We move away from Alton Park in Cheshire to Croft in North Yorkshire. It's weekend 6 of 10, round 16, 17, 18 of the season, and it takes place round this 2.13 mile circuit. The session is underway and cars are heading out on their installation laps. It's Sutton, Rowbottom, Osborne, Camish, the four nappers who ventured out first, followed by Turkington, Morgan Hill, Ingram, Chiltern and Ronan Pearson as well. Just trying to get the trackside commentary up, but that is currently down, so I'll try my best to talk you through this practice session. The first BTCC race here at the Croft circuit was, of course, in 1968. The qualifying lap record, which we'll see if it can be beat later on, was a 1 minute 21.468, an average of 92.8 miles per hour. That was set in 2022 by Colin Turkington, and then the race lap record was a 1 minute 21.781, an average of 93.54 miles per hour. That was set in 2020 by Colin Turkington as well. So both lap records set by Colin Turkington, and the installation laps are coming to a close. Cars starting to enter pit lane. And we've got our first flying laps of the session underway. That's from Daniel Rowbottom, sector 1, 29.613. Jake Hill does a 27.689 sector 1, so he's a couple of seconds faster as well. Of course, these are the first banker laps of the session, and let's just give you the timings for the rest of the weekend for the British touring cars. Just while I have it up, you can join us for free practice 2, 12:10 to 12:45, qualifying 2:55 to 4, and tomorrow race 1, pit open 11:50, race start 12:05, race 2, 2:30 pit open, 2:45 race start, and race 3, 4:45 pit open and 5 PM race start. That is all times in British summertime. First laps on the board: Hill 129.197, Morgan 133.583. So as you can see, they are multiple seconds down, just their first installation laps that they are doing around the circuit. 35-minute practice session, 2 of them today, and with 30 minutes left on the clock, the cars are just heading back out of pit lane after their tyre changes for the different rear wheel and front wheel drive cars. Currently out on track currently is Hill, Morgan, Sutton, Osborne, Camish, Chiltern, Halstead, Huff, Moffat, Doble, Taylor Smith, Smiley and Sumpton. Everyone else is in pit lane. Let's give you an idea of the weather at Croft. 82% humidity, 14.6 degrees air temperature. Track temperature is 21.1 degrees. And the wind direction is south at 2 miles per hour. Wind speed more cars just completing their cycles of pitting and then going back out. Normal procedure at the start of free practice 1. Of course, it's the first track action that they have of the weekend. It's the first track action of the day here at Croft, not the second session, which it is normally. But of course, all of the support series have the Toka test day the day before. British touring cars do not have any sessions on that, so this is their first run-in that they have of the weekend. Cars just continuing to circulate, and eligible for the Jack Sears Trophy this year, Ronan Pearson, who is currently out on track, Nick Holstead, who is in the pit lane, Daryl De Leon is also eligible, with Scott Sumpton and Mikey Doble also eligible for the Jack Sears Trophy, and that trophy is for drivers yet to record an overall podium finish. Couple of cars back out on track after being in pit lane. Hill Morgan are 2 to note. The 2 BMWs at the top of the times for the moment, even though they are banker laps and the only 2 times set in this session, so we cannot read into them at all. Let's give you an idea of the British Touring Car calendar for the rest of the year. So this weekend, rounds 16, 17 and 18. Then we go to Knockhill for rounds 19, 20 and 21. That's on the 10th to the 11th of August. Then we go back to Donington Park on the Grand Prix layout for 22, 23 and round 24. That's for the 24th and the 25th of August. Then there's a month's break and we go to Silverstone for the National Circuit, rounds 25, 26 and 27. That's on the 21st to the 22nd of September. Then event 10, rounds 28, 29 and 30. Brands Hatch for the Grand Prix Circuit, 5th to the 6th of October. That is where we round the year out. Last time out, we had 3 different race winners. Tom Ingram took race 1, Josh Cook race 2, and Jake Hill took race 3 at Alton Park, which was the first time that 3 different drivers took a race win in the same day this year, and for a little while as well. Then at Thruxton it was Jake Hill taking race 1 and 2. Ash Sutton taking race 3. Snetterton, Jake Hill took race 1 and 2. And then Rob Huff got an overall race win as well. For Brands Hatch, round 2 of 10. Colin Turkington took race 1 and 2. Ronan Pearson took race 3 as well. Donington Park, Tom Ingram took race 1 and 2. Aidan Moffat took race 3. Apologies if you hear a plane in the background, even though I live in between 2 airfields, and one's quite big, and I keep along the schedules. One is displaying at the small airfield, even though I keep across the schedules. That is annoying that the live audio isn't working, and I have to talk you through this. I'm unfortunately having to miss it. Hopefully it's not the only one today. 22 minutes left in this session, and the first fast times have come on the board. Ingram 121.906, Sutton 122.304, Taylor Smith just goes to third, 123.055. Then it's Camish 123.075. That is your top 5. Morgan jumps to third with a 122.729. That's your top 5 with 21 minutes to go. Fast times continuing just as cars are circulating. Taylor Smith goes third, 122.645. And Ingram, Sutton up the top, are currently in the pit lane. 20 minutes to go exactly in this first free practice session. And we are nearly halfway through. Top 6 currently separated by 0.934 seconds as Ingram, Sutton still in the pit lane with Camish, Pearson, Cook as well. More drivers coming out on out laps as Taylor Smith goes second with a 1:22.280. Turkington goes second with a 1:22.228. Halfway through this free practice 1 session. Taylor Smith has headed back into the pit lane after setting his 1:22.280 as well. More times on the board, 1:22.085 from Colin Turkington. That leads the gap at the front to 0.179 sessions with just gone 15 minutes left in this session. And more cars venturing out of pit lane, so we should get some couple of more laps shortly, and we will see what those laps are. Only cars to not set a full lap time, Moffat and Cook The two teammates, they have completed 7 laps for Moffat, 6 laps for Cook. They are 19th and 20th down on the board at the bottom. Just awaiting some more lap times. More cars venturing in and out of pit lane. Morgan moves up 1 place to go 122.414, half a second behind Ingram up top, who is 2 tenths away from the qualifying, the race lap record. Half a second away from the qualifying lap record. Smiley goes up 2 places to go 122.871. That is in 10th place, and it's Morgan in 6th. He goes 122.414. Turkington has come back down pit lane, so has Ingram. They will be getting ready for their last couple of runs of the session, which should come momentarily. Turkington back out on track. Meanwhile, Taylor Smith has come down pit lane. Pearson goes up to 12th. That's in the second half of the board with 122.991. As we're into the final third of the session, less than 10 minutes to go of this 35-minute session. And hopefully in momentarily we'll be joined by a second voice in the box. If I just set it up momentarily, I just need to add the thing on OBS and get it all sorted. Where are we? Microphone. I don't, for some reason, Discord isn't set up on the battle screen. I don't know why, even though I've used it multiple times on here. As we just do that, and hopefully, if all is well, we can welcome. Hello, JB. Yes, I can.
Excellent. So I presume we're on battle screen right now with the timing and all that.
Yeah, I have no idea what's happened, but the
audio's gone.
The TSL timing or audio has gone. The live audio website has got the page you're looking for is temporarily unavailable. Please try again later, in a very long error code. And of course, the one time this happens is there.
One time that, yeah.
There is a Harvard Warbird on a 2-day test at the airfield across the road, and it's been doing a display in the past 20 minutes.
Yeah, that would just be it, wouldn't it, as well, to give us, like, the big middle finger as to, like, do you actually want to help with anybody today? No, we're just all mad and make everyone go nuts. Right, so I'm just opening up the timing screens now. I've got the driver tracker on one side, and on the other side I've got the timing delta, so I can see what is happening out there. Not a bad lap time from Tom Ingram, though, to go fastest overall. It's a 121.906. Turkington P2, I find that very surprising. But several drivers in the pit lane early on as well, that's what I'd like to say. But I suppose if they can't do it, I'll do it myself, and at least I get to test out. I'm not even on the right equipment as well. I'd sound better than normal, but this was a very quick, like JT said, help. So I've thrown my new iMac on, and I'm seeing what we can do. But at least we can do radio style, hey.
Yeah. I've
Yeah,
a lot of cars just going in and out of the pit lane early on in the session with their installation laps. Of course.
Sounds like there's a wish of a trackside.
Yeah.
Just to remind everybody, by the way, that we're not going to be trackside at Knock Hill anymore due to financial burden from their part, and slightly from ours as well. But we are going to be trackside at the season finale at Brands Hatch.
Yeah, and at the end of the month, I need to get tickets for that still.
I'm doing all that in September. I'll get all that sorted then.
Yeah, I think. Cause
hotel too.
Yeah.
Are you camping, JT? Have you decided what you're going to do yet?
I don't know. I need to talk. I need to do a bit of talky because we have dogs.
Right. I know I'm definitely doing hotel because I need to do the Japanese Grand Prix for MotoGP.
Yeah.
Rob Huff has just moved up into 9th position across the line in the 12 car, by the way. He's on a 122.530. He's a 10th clear to Mikey Doble in the Vauxhall Astra in the independent category. He's gone down into 10th place now as well. There's 3 cars in the pit lane actually. Josh Cook, Chris Smiley and Pearson are in there as well. They're the only 3 cars. Everybody else is out on the circuit at the moment. Tom Ingram in the 80. I can't see him on a driver tracker just yet where he is. I think he's hiding with the 33 coming across the line as well. No, it's the 29 that's there. So I can't actually see where the 80 is. There he is. He's highlighted yellow for us on our timing screen because he's topping the session.
Yeah,
he's right behind the 80 of Doble.
Yeah.
Sunny in and sunny out. That's a nice part of the track actually as well.
It is.
I do like Croft. Yeah. I suppose it was too much to ask without we get a break for the thing, but only 3 minutes. I do like Croft, and I'm very much looking forward to race 1 and 3. That's when I'm in the commentary box, and you've got all of today, really, haven't you? as well as qualifying.
I've got all
And
of
race 2 tomorrow.
I've got all of today. Probably, knowing our beautiful luck, the commentary won't be back up, so I'll have to waffle for another 35 minutes. And then
is there anything directly clashing with that? Is that during the F1 practice? Is there like, can I join and help you out at any point?
It clashes on the second half of FP3.
Ah, right. Well, I'll be here for the first bit then. Which isn't actually that long, is it?
Because the session is 12:10 to 12:45 for touring cars, and F1 is 11:30 to 12:30, and then you've got to.
So I'll try and,
yeah, you've got to close.
Sign off.
So that will take time.
Let's hope it's back up by then. It's just like an early morning issue.
Hopefully.
But yeah, not too bad out there. Just trying to get this sorted as well.
I mean, I've used up all of my stats for this weekend, so I'll have to get more. All are ready.
You could just always play a previous commentary.
Maybe. No. Wait.
Remind people what happened at Alton Park. Things like that.
Hold on.
Wait. Well, England's still top.
It's
back.
It's not just the live audio. The whole of the audio website's down, including all of the pre-recording stuff. That's not there as well.
Do they do this on Mixler as well, by any chance? Like, is it like with IndyCar? Like, if that goes down, you've got it on there.
I don't.
Because if so, that gives you a great opportunity to get in there for it.
No. You just put BTCC audio Mixler, and it has the live audio BTCC. Then it has the news article about it. Then it just has the Mixler website. Which is slightly
that always seems to be the way at the moment. Now, several cars coming into the pit lane in the independent category as well. Chris Smiley, as I already said, has come in there as well. Now joining that battle, if we're trying to have a look, it's the 29 car. They've come into the pit lane. Now, if you're wondering on your driver tracker, the blues and the purples, the blues are the manufacturers, the purples are the independents. Overall, and the driver who's in yellow, that is your session leader. In this instance, it's Tom Ingram, who has come into the pit lane with 45 seconds to go.
Yeah, that last 10 minutes has flown by since you arrived.
It happens. Although I've got to stop scratching because I'm not bandaged yet.
Stop it.
And it's hard not to scratch.
I'll get Megan to handcuff your hands behind your chair.
I like a permanent water bottle thing. Just
having a look at 4th down to 10th. They are very close indeed.
Yeah, really. Yeah. What was it? 4,000, 7, 21, 31, 16, 35. They are really close together.
Yeah.
All in the same. They're all actually within the same tenth of a second. If you add them all up together. That's really impressive as the checker flag comes out now. So, first driver to take the flag was the 14 of Pearson. Jake Hill's coming out of the last corner of the hairpin and up towards the line. And where does he go? Currently, he's in 6th position.
He pits.
And stays. He boxes as well. Right, here comes the 40 and the 18. So this is Aaron Taylor-Smith, who's currently in the 40. He's 3rd position at the moment. And the 18... of course, of Dowell de Jong. De Jong is a wonderful guy as well, really nice to speak to, and they both stay exactly where they are. Pearson is in the 11th, as I said, and I think the 32 is boxed as well. But it is nice to see this weekend as well a little bit of a return for the 27 of Dan Camish, who is back in the Ford Focus ST this weekend as well. And it is nice to see. It was still a 20-car grid though, JT. But nice to see that Dan Camish is back.
Yeah, it is, and we've got to talk about the news of 2 possible teams joining next year.
Yeah, massively as well. And now, at the first race of the season, I was talking to the former head of Cosworth, who dealt with all the hybrid battery supply systems, and he said that one of the biggest reasons that teams didn't want to join and have left the touring cars is because of these hybrid systems being too expensive. They cost 100 grand each, and the teams rent them out over the year. They don't buy them; they rent them, and they cost 100 grand. So it's a big deal for teams to come in and say, okay, we'll pay up to 200 grand engine. That's not even for one; it's per engine. So you have about 3 or 4 a year. So it soon adds up to about 500 grand. So it's really hard to keep going. That is about $500,000, isn't it? So yeah, it's really hard to keep going. Really hard.
Yeah, absolutely. Ooh.
So I think everyone's taking the checker flag and the session's over. Cars coming back into the pit lane. Driver checker's gone quiet.
So, I think that says it's time to go through the session results. Ingram top 121.906. The only car in the 121s for free practice 1. Then it's Turkington second for 122.064. Then third is Taylor Smith with a 122.280, and I've done the smart thing of snipping to all the timing screen so it doesn't disappear on me. Fourth is Huff, fifth is Sutton, that's your top 5. Then it's Hill, Cook, Rowbottom, Chilton, Morgan in 10th for a 122.414. Then it's Pearson, Doble, Camish, Smiley, Watson with a 122.944 down in 15th. Then your final 5 is De Leon, Moffat, Osborne, Sumpton and Halstead in last with a 126.425. Next up, you can join us for free practice 2, which starts at 12:10. That lasts until 12:45. Josh, for thoughts of the 10 minutes that you saw?
Well, I've kept an eye on majority of the session. I went back while I was waiting for you to join. Very good actually, and Ingram again impressive. Nice to see he's still out there. And fingers crossed that we're going to have a smooth run around. It should be quite fun, actually.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed it's a good run around. Yeah.
Very early running, lots of not that many fast laps. Of course, we're still half a second away from the qualifying lap record, which they'll try and beat later on, if it stays dry, because you know the British weather.
Yeah, we do.
And we also know the Belgian weather, which you can join us for free practice 3 on air 11:15, so just over an hour. Then 11:30, that's when the session starts, as well all times British summertime. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you at 12:10, where you can join us for free practice 2. See you then.